We're LMSUK and we're really, really excited to announce the next artist that we have performing. It's been with us for a little while now. He's been getting great content and releasing some brilliant music. Without further ado, it's Moxon. Hello mate, today I've been backstage listening to your music live for the first time live, and the whole crew's been singing along. Those catchphrases and the chorus, they're stuck in here now. Unbelievable. Talk to me about your setup, because I've seen loop pedals from artists before, but maybe not to the level that you've got, drum, keyboards. How has that happened?
Well, where do I even start? There's that much there. Well, when I first started doing that sort of stuff, I only had it was like a Boss RC30. It was them little 2-pedal things. And I just started to build from there. So I just started looping on the guitar. And then I bought this tiny little, it's like a Boss drum pad. And that, once you've got drums in there, that's brilliant. And then the bass pedal comes, and then the synth, and it all feeds in. And when you're practicing it almost becomes like it's like a choreography. When things are coming, and you're like,
it's a dance at this point.
Yeah, I'm doing a little 2-step. Well, like you can hear it's like, right, the drums are going to come in here. Like the synth's going to come in here. So you almost end up in this. It's almost like this flow state kind. You're in your own head with it. You just, which is really, really nice. But yeah, no. I've got this. I've got my big looper, my big Boss looper, and it all feeds into there. And record it all from there.
It's an incredible sound, and we're kind of dancing backstage again. And it's like, for me, that I can see clear influences from the likes of kind of Arctic Monkeys, maybe a bit Two Door Cinema Club, the Kooks in there. But from your perspective as the artist, who's had a massive influence on your music that maybe people could hear? They listen to your tune and go, oh, I like this artist, sounds similar.
Yeah, well, I mean, to start with Arctic Monkeys, because as a Sheffield boy myself, Yeah, so obviously Arctic Monkeys are you can't, I think, you're influenced by what is around you. And it's like what we were saying beforehand, with me, because I live in London, I live near Peckham as well, Peckham, Brixton, so you get a lot of reggae buskers, and that's almost lent into my music. So if back onto big artists, Arctic Monkeys. There's an artist called Tash Sultana as well. She's from Australia. She does like loop pedal stuff as well. She's phenomenal. I got to see her at Hammersmith Apollo, and I was busking outside because I didn't have a ticket. So I thought, well, I might as well go outside and busk. And somebody actually dropped a ticket in my case, and went to see her. And yeah, she's got a very similar style to me, and yeah, that kind of opened my eyes. But it is a funny one. I get influenced by a lot. Just depends who's on my Spotify.
Just going through that point. Obviously, you've been with LMSUK for a little while now. We've partnered you up with your marketing specialist, Max, but you have access to the whole team, Catherine, Adam and stuff, to support what independent musicians are doing, which is social media. It's content. Because as you said earlier on, you're a musician, but you're not just a musician. You're your own manager, booking agent, marketing and all this. So how has it been having that support and that team and that Discord community behind you as a musician? It
has been vital. It's really, really helped me out. I mean, before I went with them, things were moving. Things were moving, but I didn't. Yeah, I know what I'm doing on my instruments, but when it comes to the marketing and stuff, you're finding your way, you're finding your feet. But having somebody who knows all that sort of stuff, like Max, he's done an absolute job. He's been brilliant.
He comes in, he goes, right, this is what I want you doing. Go film this, edit. Is it nice having that structure there and that weekly communication? Has that been important for you?
Oh, it's been very, very important. It has just been brilliant to have someone there who, before you make 100 mistakes, he's told you 100 times, right, don't do that. But then that, the one right thing's like brilliant, amazing, and then you go with it. And no, he's really helped me out, really, really helped me out, especially for the summer as well. We're getting to festival season, and like through his help, booked a couple of festivals with him. So
huge.
Can't knock him. Good lad.
So obviously, let's go on to that. So the live side of things. People that have enjoyed your performance today can come and see you live. You're actually down here near Portsmouth on the 18th of May, and then just a week later, you have your big headline in London. Talk to me about the venue. Talk to me about that night. What can people expect?
Yeah, so it's the 25th of May. It's at Spice of Life in Soho. It's being promoted by a company called Hotvox, who
Incredible.
yeah, I've worked with them a couple of times, and the nights they put on, I've always been well looked after. They've always been good nights, so it's a no-brainer to go with them boys again. And yeah, it's looking good. It's a little 100-cap venue, so it's going to be quite intimate, a little bit of a sweaty one, but yeah,
that's what live music's about, isn't
it? That's it.
Fantastic. Talk to me about the year coming up then. What can people expect from your music? You've had a couple of releases, they've been brilliant. What's coming up that maybe we can expect?
So we've got a single that's near. In fact, no, it is ready because I mixed it on the train. I've literally brought my laptop with my headphones. It's ready. I've mastered it all, and that's going to be coming out next month. It's called Same Story, Different Town. Very riff heavy, bit more upbeat, but that's going to sound really good.
Fantastic. And talk to me, my last question. What's been your worst gig you've performed and what's been the best gig you've performed? Have you had any nightmares where all the equipment's broke, it's not worked?
Oh, you know what? If my mates who've been following me from day one are watching this, I once played a gig. I'm not going to mention the pub. It's a pub in Camberwell. I'm not going to mention what pub it is, but the speakers. I didn't have a wedge, and the speakers were kind of turned out to the crowd, so I didn't get any sound facing me. There was no sound hitting me. Every note I played, I couldn't hear anything. And like my loop stuff, I need to be able to hear what I'm playing so I can keep in time. So that ended up just becoming a stripped back acoustic gig.
Because you can't hear.
Exactly, you can't hear. No. But the best one, oh God, I've had some amazing headlines in London, Sheffield, sold out nights. But I played with my hero. I played with Graham Coxon from Blur when he was in Wave, when he was doing the tour, and I supported him up at Foundry in Sheffield.
Oh, what a venue.
Hell of a venue. Got to meet him afterwards as well, and they always say don't meet heroes, but he was sounds a pound. And he got some good advice as well, so that's can't get any better than that at the moment.
Fantastic. Moxon, thank you so much for coming down. We're really proud to have you at LMSUK and what a bright future you've got.
Thank you very much, my man.